If you guys don't have an optimal screen setup when you're on the phone, you're definitely losing sales. Today, you're going to learn the exact setup I used on my screen to sign up literally millions of dollars of high ticket sales over the years. So if you guys are doing virtual sales, you don't have a fancy all-in-one sales CRM, you find yourself flustered on the calls, this video's for you. Alright, first, so does this really matter? Alright, does it really matter how your screen's set up when you're on the phones? Absolutely. I wouldn't be taking time to make this video if that wasn't the case. All right. Now, particularly when you're just starting off, it's very, very relevant, okay? Because you gotta be quick when you're on the phones. There's a couple things that there's a couple things that having an optimal setup is going to do for you. One, it's going to de-stress things a lot. Declutter, de-stress. You're going to have a spot to where things always are. You're going to know exactly where to click, where to do things quickly, ergonomically, whatever the word is for it. And so what you're going to find is you're not going to be getting as much deer in the headlights, flustered, what do I do, what do I do? And as you know, if you're doing this, particularly if you're doing a lot of cold calling, or you're calling a lot of non-warmed up leads. Any seconds that you're giving them, not even seconds, any split second that you're giving them is gonna lead to way more hangups. All right, so this is gonna reduce that. So it de-stresses you and makes things flow better. You actually find yourself being more efficient, having to pause left in between calls, having to actually stop what you're doing. So you're gonna find your numbers going up in the same amount of time. And a big thing too that you'll find, and I actually see this all the time, and it really surprises me. If you want to make sure that when you're on video calls and you're actually doing the sales pitches, you want to make it look like you are making eye contact with them. Okay, it's obvious, but what that means is you need to be looking towards your camera, and that goes back to having an optimal screen setup. I see it all the time. People are over there walking, and then they'll kind of look at you periodically, but I know that they know that you know, right, that it's because you have another screen, but it doesn't feel like you're actually talking to them. Okay, so it's huge. All right, and it all goes back to having a legit, a ideal setup that you use every time you're comfortable with it, so you can just sit back and do the calls, right? Okay, so let's say we're doing one screen here, all right, which is how I started. Myself making calls, my little MacBook Air down Columbia all by myself, broke as broke could possibly be. This is all I had, right? This is how I built myself up. So this does work. So basically the idea with this flow, just mute myself there. The idea with this flow would be, all right, let's say you're actually we're talking actual video calls here. If you look, this would be the Zoom call, the video call. It's right here in the middle is where my camera is. You're actually gonna be looking at, like, making eye contact. So I probably make it a little bit like this. Right? And then you're actually looking at the person. Like, look, so I'm looking at it right now, and you can kind of tell, like, it's it's basically my eyes are looking at you, right? Huge. I take my little notes down here in the left corner. My head's probably covering it up. So I take notes here, right? And on the right, I basically have my script or whatever I need, to be reading off. So then you can obviously switch the tabs. You can have you'd have your calendar open here. Okay, so then I'd probably always have your calendar open to the correct time zone that you want. So I like to use Calendly, but there's many others that do the exact same thing. Have the time zone open to the prospect where you're talking to, and have the dates. And so what that means is, like, okay, look, so today's the 8th. Okay, like, they want to talk tomorrow. Hey, I'm busy. Okay, got it. I'm free tomorrow 1:30 p.m. All right, these are showing ridiculous hours because I'm here in Asia right now. All right. Now this is just if I was on the video calls. Now, if you weren't on a video call, you wouldn't actually have this. You'd actually have a lot more space. Yeah, so if you're actually just doing phone calls, it might look more like this. You wouldn't actually need that video there. Spot, you can actually use this for your CRM. Have your calendar open, whatever works for you. It doesn't really matter, right? But what is important is that you always have the most important things open, and that they need to be set up the same way every time. So there's no time to think and look around for the tabs or whatever. I've been doing this for years, and I literally have the exact same setup. It's one of those things to where even when I go to a new computer and I'm not even using videos or whatever, I still set my script up like this on the right side, because it's just where I know the script is, the far right corner of my right screen, and then I just scroll down. All right. All right, guys, quick call to my sponsors. I'm just kidding. I don't have any sponsors. But If you are getting value out of these videos, please subscribe, drop a comment, anything you want to see. I do take time out of my day where I should be on the phones, making calls, making more money to make these videos for you guys. So please show me some love, all right? All right, let's say you had two screens. Well, what I would do is I would keep everything the same on the right screen, and now I've moved to my left screen. The first thing I would say is that get two screens as fast as you can. You are going to be much quicker with two screens. You're going to have more tabs open, which will make things less cluttered, and you're going to be faster on your feet. It's just a no-brainer, right? I mean, monitors only cost $100, $150 for a basic one. You don't need anything else. You just need more space to have your tabs open. And I don't know why I waited so long to do this. Well, I do know it's because I was broke as a joke, living by myself in Colombia, and just trying to scrape a living together. So anyways, yeah, drop $100, $150, get a monitor, get a second monitor ASAP. All right, this might be how you do it if you have the second monitor. So you basically would have all your non-essential things open on the second monitor. So I might have like my leads if I'm using Trello, if I'm using Google Sheets, I might have that. Calendar, I have another video on that, the difference between these free tools you can use for tracking your sales. I'd have the calendar open as well. So same thing, if someone just like, okay, I'm free tomorrow at 1, boom, you got it, right? You can already confirm the time. So none of this like, oh yeah, let me check my calendar. Nope, it's okay, I'm free tomorrow at 1, good, booked. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please subscribe, drop a comment, let me know if you have any questions, what have you. Alright guys, that's it for me. Hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please subscribe, drop a comment, let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything else that you want to see. And if you are a business owner that is stressed out or anxious due to your sales system, you're not consistently converting the leads that are coming through for whatever reason, please book a call with me. If I take you on, I guarantee that I will get you results. And that's it for me.